Kind of funny that after seeing this movie we come out, my brother and dad found out that LeBron James had just been traded to the LA Lakers. And since the Lakers play right up the street from where I go to school, guess they're gonna have to visit me a lot more at college next year. I'm John Hayeck, and welcome to my movie thoughts. Uncle Drew. This is a new movie starring Kyrie Irving, Lil Rel Howery, Nick Kroll, Shaquille O'Neal, amongst others. I don't really know all the basketball players who are in it, but what happens in this movie is Lil Rel Howery is a guy who manages and coaches a basketball team that competes in a tournament every year, and that tournament has a huge prize for it. Lil Rel Howery is a little bit down on his luck at the beginning of the movie, and he really wants to assemble the best team possible he can this year to beat Nick's Kroll team. He has history with Nick Kroll. The two of them kind of faced off each other back in the old days. The two of them have been playing against each other in this tournament every year since then, and Lil Rel Howery has never won one. So he goes out to assemble the super team, and he needs to get Uncle Drew, played by Kyrie Irving, on his team and get the old guys from back in the day back together again, so Lil Rel has a shot at winning, proving himself, and at the same time Uncle Drew can show the young kids how it's done, how to play the game with respect, but also to play with a little bit of the street smarts that they don't have nowadays. It's all about being fancy. It's not about having, kind of the tactics and cleverness or anything like that. So this movie going in, I was worried it was going to be kind of like in basketball jokes that I wouldn't really get. They'd be making references like teams and players, and I'm like, alright, I don't really understand this. And apparently there's a few of those in this movie, but I didn't even catch them. My brother told me coming out, he's like, yeah, this was a joke, and this was a joke, and this was a joke, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's so cleverly woven into the movie that I honestly couldn't even tell that it existed. So this movie overall functions as a narrative story quite well. I think that overall, you understand where Lil Rel Howery is, you understand why he wants to accomplish something, you understand his motivation, you understand how he changed as a character over the course of the movie, and it's really entertaining. Same thing with Uncle Drew, and there's a couple other of the players on the team. There's the Preacher, there's Boots, there's, I forget what one of the other guys' names is, there's Big Fella, and I like seeing how all of them kind of evolve as well, because they're different guys than when they all played together back in the day, and I like seeing that they've lived some life between back in the day and now, and they also have some stuff to learn since they're coming back together for the first time, and maybe not all of them still get along, which was fascinating. I like seeing the character interactions between them, and I thought the acting from the basketball players was actually quite competent. I know Shaquille O'Neal has been in several movies, maybe not too many great movies, but he's been in several movies. Kyrie Irving, I think, really had a good, he had the mannerisms of being an old man down. I thought that he really was just an interesting person to listen to, talking about his philosophical beliefs at some point. So overall, the teamwork, they had really good chemistry with one another, and I liked seeing the assembling of that team. There were some ridiculous scenes in assembling the team, and overall, they worked pretty well. This movie, it's a sports movie. It's also a comedy. It has some dramatic moments there. I'll tell you this. The comedy, I think, it's not 50-50. It's more like 65-35 or so, because some of it hits, some of it doesn't. More of it hits than not, but I do think that it's noticeable and some of the humor doesn't hit at some points. I also think there are some plot points in the movie that could have just been completely removed from the movie and it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. Like Tiffany Haddish in the movie, and Tiffany Haddish is hilarious in most things that she's in, especially after she really had her breakout role in Girls Trip last year, which I still haven't seen, but she's hilarious, having seen her host SNL and some other stuff. Her character, I don't know if it was necessary for the movie. There's another character in the movie, too, that I don't think was completely necessary, but that second character I do think added a bit more. Tiffany Haddish's character, though, if you just plucked her out of the movie, wouldn't have made much of a difference. The movie might have been 5 minutes shorter, but, again, wouldn't have made too much of a difference. Again, I think that the dramatic beats in the movie as well were important to have to make this more than just some, stupid throwaway comedy, but I think that a few of them work and a few of them don't. Like, there's this one thing where two of the members of the team are bickering over something from years past, which I think worked pretty well. But then there's this other thing that they introduced towards the end of the movie about the money that you win if you make to the end of the tournament and everything. And I thought that was just kind of like a thing that you didn't really need to include, and it just kind of felt like it was chucked into the script at the last minute. So I do think some of the dramatic beats worked, some of them didn't per se. I think some of the characters worked, some of them didn't. Some of the humor was good, some of it wasn't. More of it was good than was not. But I do think overall Uncle Drew is going to be a movie that you guys will enjoy if you go to see it. If you're an NBA fan, you're really going to enjoy it. And if you're a fan of Lil Rel Howery, if you're a fan of Kyrie Irving, if you like those original Uncle Drew commercials, you're probably going to really connect with this movie. I walked out having a fun time with Uncle Drew, even though not all of it was per se amazing. It's not going to be a comedy for the record books. It's not going to be a sports movie for the record books, but it's going to be a movie that you go in, enjoy, and remember for a few days thinking, yeah, that had some pretty cool one-liners in it. But guys, those are just my thoughts on Uncle Drew. Be sure to let me know all of yours in the comment section down below. You guys can go over to mymoviethoughts.com, follow me on Twitter at John Hayeck, subscribe to the YouTube channel for tons more posts, my links, all three of those are in the description down below. You guys can also like this video, comment on it, share it with some friends. I am John Hayeck, as always. Thank you guys so much for watching.